Hamilton, who will stand on the podium as a Ferrari driver for the first time. Third place here in Shanghai.
For many years, Ferrari could not win the F1 Constructors' Championship. Fernando Alonso, Sebastian Vettel, Felipe Massa, Rubens Barrichello, Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, all of them are drivers of the absolute highest level, yet none of them could bring the Scuderia to the desired championship. 2025, the seven-time world champion Lewis Hamilton joins the team. Here he is, the key to the championship. Who else, if not Lewis Hamilton, can finally bring the desired Constructors and Drivers' Cups to Maranello, and a record 8th title for himself? But Ferrari in 2025 is a complete nightmare. Slow, often uncontrollable, and incapable of any real victories. But then, 2026 arrives, the year of the biggest Formula One revolution in many, many years, and Ferrari enters the new era as one of the absolute favorites. Welcome to the Paddock Outlaw. Today we will talk about Ferrari and their massive comeback into the fight for a real F1 championship. But before that, please smash that subscribe button. It really helps channel grow and gives the motivation to keep working. Grab a cold drink and let's go. To truly understand the weight of this 2026 resurgence, we have to rewind and look at the absolute heartbreak that Ferrari fans endured over the last few years. The Mattia Binotto era and its immediate aftermath were defined by flashes of blistering qualifying pace, immediately followed by catastrophic strategic blunders, reliability failures, and agonizing DNFs. Think back to those painful engine blowouts while leading, the infamous pit wall miscommunications, and drivers driving their hearts out, pushing cars that completely destroyed their tires on Sunday. Then came 2025, the year the most successful driver in Formula One history put on the famous red suit. Lewis Hamilton joined Maranello, creating what was supposed to be the ultimate dream team. But reality hit hard, and it hit fast. The 2025 campaign was a miserable opening chapter for the Briton. Because he joined the team in January, the car concept was already locked in. Hamilton struggled immensely to find his rhythm and failed to register a single podium finish all year. While Hamilton wrestled with a car he didn't design, Charles Leclerc became the beating heart of the Scuderia. He managed to salvage 7 podium finishes and secured 5th place in the Drivers' Championship. Fred Vasseur openly praised Leclerc's resilience, noting that in difficult moments, Charles was there to push the entire team forward. But the bad luck was relentless. Vasseur admitted that brutal weekends, like the absolute disaster in Brazil, severely penalized the team and ultimately cost them 2nd place in the Constructors' Championship. But here is where the story changes. Fred Vasseur was secretly pulling the strings for a massive comeback. He used the pain of 2025 to build a bulletproof foundation for the ultimate reset, focusing on the collective reaction of the team. By the middle of 2025, Lewis Hamilton was already in the simulator, actively developing the 2026 project from the ground up. They stopped wasting energy trying to fix a broken concept and sacrificed the present to conquer the future. Approaching the dawn of the 2026 regulations, Ferrari adopted a radically different philosophy. They knew that the real test was not just building a fast car for the opening round, but creating a versatile mechanical concept that could be developed aggressively throughout the entire 5-year regulatory cycle. When they finally unveiled the SF26, they brought an absolute masterpiece of loophole engineering. Let's break down the technical bombshells, starting with the power unit. The 2026 engine regulations mandate a massive paradigm shift, a 50-50 power split between the internal combustion engine and the electrical battery system. Crucially, the highly complex MGUH has been banned. Without the MGUH to instantly spool up the turbocharger, turbo lag became the biggest enemy. While rivals opted for larger turbos, Ferrari's engine department went in a completely different direction. They selected a highly responsive, significantly smaller turbocharger. This brilliant decision acts very much like an IndyCar setup on a street circuit, giving Ferrari a massive advantage in low-speed traction zones and making their standing starts off the grid absolutely lethal. Then came the aerodynamics. The aerodynamic department, led by Diego Tondi, completely exploited a gray area in Article 9.5.1 of F1's technical regulations by designing an ultra-narrow gearbox and pushing the differential up to 60 millimeters rearward. They maximized the legal volume around the rear crash structure. This allowed Maranello to create a highly complex secondary exhaust wing. This mini beam wing cleans up the turbulent hot exhaust gases and effectively acts as an extension of the diffuser, generating massive amounts of rear downforce. And if that wasn't enough, they shocked the pit lane with the radical Macarena upside-down rear wing. Politically, Fred Vasseur played a genius game. While Mercedes exploited a compression ratio loophole to run their engines hotter and faster right out of the gate, Ferrari refused to panic or lodge a formal protest. Instead, Vasseur calmly demanded absolute clarity from the FIA. The atmosphere inside the team was completely transformed. They were fully prepared for a technical and political war. And that war has officially begun. Following a strong start in Australia, the Chinese Grand Prix in Shanghai was an absolute blockbuster for the Scuderia. In the sprint race, we saw the true power of Ferrari's new engine philosophy. Starting from the second row, Lewis Hamilton used that launch advantage to rocket past the Mercedes front row, taking the lead on the opening lap. Ultimately, George Russell reclaimed the win, but Leclerc and Hamilton crossed the line in second and third, scoring a double podium for Ferrari. But the main Grand Prix on Sunday was the real statement, with both McLarens suffering a catastrophic double DNS before the lights even went out due to electrical failures. The stage was set for a brutal fight between Mercedes and Ferrari. Hamilton delivered a lightning start from third on the grid, soaring past pole sitter Kimi Antonelli to take the outright race lead. What followed was one of the most entertaining intra-team battles we have seen in Formula One in years. As the Mercedes duo stretched their legs, Hamilton and Leclerc were left to fight tooth and nail. They swapped positions multiple times, pushing the SF26 to its absolute limits. The tension on the pit wall was massive, but Fred Vasseur refused to issue team orders. He admitted he knew they could look completely stupid if the drivers crashed, but he insisted that letting them race was the best way to build team morale. Ultimately, Hamilton came out on top, securing third place, his very first podium for Ferrari at his 26th attempt, with Leclerc finishing right behind him in fourth. Hamilton was ecstatic, calling it one of the most enjoyable races I've had in a long time, and praising the wheel-to-wheel combat. However, we must look at the cold, hard reality. Mercedes is still ahead. Kimi Antonelli secured his maiden victory, with Russell making it a Mercedes 1-2. Fred Vasseur noted that Mercedes still holds a 4 to 5 tenths per lap advantage in pure race pace. As Hamilton bluntly put it, when you're down on power, it's just the way it is. Ferrari has the superior chassis in the corners, but they are losing crucial tenths on the straights. This brings us to the final piece of the 2026 puzzle, the aggressive development race. Ferrari knows exactly where their deficit lies, and they are moving ruthlessly to fix it. Due to the cancellation of the Middle Eastern races in Bahrain and Saudi Arabia, Formula One now has an unexpected break before the Miami Grand Prix. This break is a massive operational advantage, and Ferrari is using it to unleash their first major upgrade package, which was originally delayed. Behind the scenes, Fred Vasseur is targeting the new 2026 ADUO regulations, additional design, and upgrade opportunities. If the FIA determines that a manufacturer has a performance deficit of more than 2% to the benchmark engine, they are allowed to introduce legally upgraded power unit parts. Vasseur strongly believes Ferrari's engine is lacking compared to Mercedes, and the ADUO will be their golden ticket to close the gap. We are pushing like hell on every single area to close the gap, Vasseur declared. But they are not waiting for the FIA's permission. To ensure their Miami aerodynamic package works flawlessly, Ferrari is organizing a highly secretive, closed filming day at Monza during the gap after the Japanese Grand Prix. They will use this crucial track time to perfectly correlate the new aero parts, maximizing their setup before the cars touch down in Florida. Lewis Hamilton is fully dialed in and calling on Maranello to go full gas with development. Armed with a massive start advantage, a brilliant cornering chassis, and heavy upgrades on the way, 2026 truly looks like the year of the Ferrari comeback. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Ferrari's Masterplan, make sure to smash that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow. Drop a comment down below. Do you think Hamilton will get his 8th title with Ferrari this year? Stay fast, stay outlaw, and I'll see you in the next one.